I love it when I can sit down and make a bracelet from start to finish and truly inspired and so excited about this particular bracelet because I've never gone this thin before, this streamlined with the boomerangs. And so it really turned out cool. And after I made it, I realized that having used the 0.5 millimeter Hemptique Hempcord, I might be able to string the gemstones that come in the kit. And sure enough, look it worked. So super excited about this, very fun. And I really want to get down and get busy and get it done. So I'm going to take this off and put it to the side. And today I was going to use the original Jewel Loom, but then the Small Wisdom Warrior winked at me. And so I was like, okay, girl, I hear you. I hear you. It looks like I still have a little, oh no, it's just hanging on there. Okay, there we go. I thought it was still on. All right. So this is the Small Wisdom Warrior, and I am working with her kind of to my side right now just because of the camera angle. And I'm going to tie off on this little knob, and I am working from one of the Hemptique spools. And so Hemptique Hempcord is my favorite. Really can't get enough of it. It's just a great product. It's sustainable, and the company is amazing. The owners are fantastic. They're great friends of Jewel Loom, great friends of me, Juliana. Claire and Peter are just exceptional people. So, all right. So here's what we're doing. We're just tying that hem cord, and guess what? Big surprise. I am using 0.5. I know. I'm a 1 millimeter girl, but today 0.5 was calling my name. All right. So we've got the grid on the Small Wisdom Warrior. And as you can see, I've really got a nice grip on my hemp cord. And because I'm only going to be doing 3 beads across, I can work down the center of my loom. I don't need to pull it all the way over to the far left or the far right. I'm just going to go right down the middle. And so I'm going to find a groove, and I'm going to let that hemp cord just lay right into it. And then, I'm going to come all the way down to the end. All right. And I'm just going to eyeball, like I'm not, it's not the end of the world if it's equal amounts from the top, top grids to the bottom grids. I just give it a good eyeball. And again, I'm holding it. And then I give it a little pluck. And I'm pinching like this area right here. This is just what I do. You could totally end up doing it different, but this is what I do. So this is my left hand. Okay. And I'm holding this section of the Small Wisdom Warrior. I take the hemp cord, I'm coming under that button, and then I put my thumb, my left thumb, over the hemp cord, and then I bring it up. Now I'm going to be skipping 1 groove. Okay. And then I'm going to bring that all the way up. And again, so there's 1, here's 2. So I'm going to let that just like lay on there. And then I'm going to wrap it around that back button. And all the while, I've really got some nice tension going on with my right hand. Okay, this is my right hand. And then I'm going to pull it down. And again, since we're doing 3 beads across, we want to have, who's saying it? Who's saying the magic word? We want to have 4, right? 4 warps. Okay. Full disclosure, MB is in the house snoring like a log. Okay. And again, just letting that lay down. Let me show you. And then we're going to come back around. And then I'll just go a couple of times just to make sure that I have a nice grip. I'm going to leave a tail, cut it off. let that roll go over to the other side. And then I'm going to turn this so that it's facing me so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So let's get that in the camera. Here's the tail. And what I'll do, and everybody kind of ties off in a different way. You kind of find your own little method of what works. But all I'm trying to do is get this nice and secure. So, whoops. Oh, did I not get it nice and secure? Ha ha, look at what happened to me. Okay, let's try to save that. Happens to the best of us. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without cutting it because I'm going to be really mad at myself if I have to cut this off. But that's okay because, again, sometimes things go just perfect, and then other times we have learning opportunities. So hopefully this is a learning opportunity because I'm not going to be happy if I can't get it off. Okay, funny enough, it's just kind of like tightening up, and I know it looks like a big, huge mess, but at least it's tightened, and I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, we're all good. Save the world. Saving the world one warp at a time. I'm not going to worry that that's too wide because this is the area that I'm dealing with. These are just all things that can happen, and it seems to be my time. Last week I was having that same little thing going on. So again, I think it's great when we have learning opportunities. That's what we're calling them. Sounds good, right? Sounds good. All right. So the Wisdom Warrior, she's in front of me. Okay, so here's her top and here's her bottom. And I just have it laying down. And then I have all of my beads to the right of me. And I'm just going to scooch them over so that everything kind of stays in view here. I've already cut my wildfire. So I'm using the wildfire lilac. It's so beautiful. It's a point, what is it? 0.006? I think so. Yeah. Or does that say 8? That might say 8, doesn't it? I can't see. I have my glasses on. I still can't see. All right. So I'm going to attach my wildfire to the loom. And this is my left hand. So this is the left side of my loom. And this is my right hand. So this is the right side of my loom. And I want to get my piece centered. So I'm just going to tie. I'm not going to tie really tight though, because in the end, sometimes I re-thread it and then I'll sew it back in to the beads. I don't know. I do something different every time, whatever I want to do. Okay. And then we're going to bring the needle and thread back over so that it's in my left hand right now. We're going to come under the Small Wisdom Warrior warps, and we're going to pick up 3 of the fire polish crystals that are the spacer beads in the boomerang strands. So when you get your boomerang strands, don't just, toss those beads because they're actually fire polished crystal beads, and we're using them in our projects. So I just went back through the holes, and then I'm going to bring the needle, and everything's coming to the left side of the loom, and I'm going to give it like a nice little tug. Okay. So it's kind of, you may be thinking, well, Jules, you only skipped one groove, but you just kind of opened up the warps and they look a little bit wider. So sometimes the question is, do I skip one and then just let the beads spread out, or do I skip 2 and then I have a little too much warp? So it's kind of a preference thing. You could see that what I did worked, and that's all that matters. Okay, so we're going to pick up our boomerang. And if you didn't watch last week, which we'll need to make sure to put those in the description so you can see what I did last week, the boomerang, okay, let's make sure we get this logistically correct. Okay. I'm going to answer that question in a second. The point of the boomerang, you see the point of the boomerang? It's literally facing away from me, right? So it's facing to the right of the loom. It's facing away from my body. It's facing towards the wall. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle and you're going to put it in the top hole. All right. Then you're going to pick up a little fire polish, and then you're going to pick up whatever color. I'm kind of following the pattern that I just did. Again, which way does my pointy need to go? It needs to go away from me. So I'm going to pick that up, and we're going to let that fall. And then I'm holding up the beads with my pointer finger. Can you see how they're just like resting right now? And then what I'm going to do is I'm taking the needle and I'm going back through the holes, and I'm going up and over the hemp cord. So the needle now is through the top hole of the boomerang, the fire polish, and the top hole of the boomerang. And then we're going to pull that all the way through. Give it just a little tug here. I'm going to try to hide this tail because he's bugging me. There we go. And now the boomerangs are under the warp. Their second hole is under the warp. It's a very similar to when we do our 2-hole squares. All right. So I'm going to take the needle. Needle is in my left hand. This is my left hand. And I'm going to go through the hole of the boomerang. And then I'm going to pick up a fire polish, and I'm going to slide that onto the needle, bring the other boomerang in position, and go through that hole. All right. And then once again, we're going to pull through. And you really just want to help guide it. Don't rush this situation. Okay. And then again, we're going to go through the bottom hole, through the fire polish, and through the bottom hole. Okay. And I'm constantly just making sure that everything is lined up and that it's even, that I've pulled just tight enough to get any loose beading thread against the hemp cord. All right. To answer your question, Joan, the strand of agate beads will just be randomly picked by me. So you can see what's available on the site, but it's going to be picked by me to go into the kit. All right. So the next layer, I'm just going to do another 3 fire polish beads. And then this will be our completed little section here. And we've talked about this before, where sometimes when we're working on our projects, the beads are like at an angle. And I've said, you know, don't fight it. Just get the needle through the beads. Okay. And then we're going to scooch them up into place. All right. Perfect. And then we're going to come under the warps again, and we're going to start all over by picking up our boomerangs. So this time I'm going to bring in the purple, which is gorgeous. My tip of the boomerang, remember, it's facing to the right of the loom, facing away from my body. Top hole, and we're going to pick up a little drook. Not a drunk. A drook. Okay. And that, whoa. Come on, Bubba. Oh my gosh. Come on, buddy. Really? There you are. I see you. There. Hey. Oh my goodness. Really? Sometimes I think they get together and they're like, let's screw with Jules. Let's make it really hard for her to pick up a bead, for goodness sakes. Oh my heck, what is going on? They're not holeless. Oh, this is so funny. This is the difference between 20-year-old eyes, I guess, and I'm not saying my age. More mature eyes. I do have my glasses on. All right. So there we go. All is well. Oh my gosh. Okay. So going back through, up and over the hemp cord. Make sure you don't pinch the hemp cord. And gotta find that hole there. And then once again, having those go down, we'll go through the first hole on the bottom. Somehow we're going to pick up a purple bead and find the hole. Of course, it's going to be, oh, thank you. Thank you for like giving me a break there, buddy. And then we're going to go out through the bottom hole. You know, if I don't laugh while I'm beading, you know something's wrong. Something's wrong. What's wrong with Jewel? She's not laughing. Okay. Some people may not enjoy it, but that's all right. Okay, so there's that little group. And then I'm going to come back and pick up. Yes, it would look really great with dark. I need desperately to get some more hemp cord in my stash. I went to go look for some tonight, and yeah. I only had light, but you are correct. The dark hemp cord would rock it. So the hemp cord is available in the Jewel Loom shop. And so I'm collaborating with Hemptique, and therefore I get to carry like all the different colors in 0.5 and then 1, which allows you to shop for all their deliciousness. It does ship from Hemptique in California. All right, so I'm going to do the turquoise one now, which I'm totally in love with. And then I'm going to pick up a pink. Oh, got a whole problem there. So the boomerangs, for whatever reason, sometimes the glass did not go all the way through, but eventually it does. I'm just not going to waste your time trying to do that right now, but know that it does come out. You just have to be patient. Use your needle very carefully and poke it out. Hi, everyone. I'm trying to bead and keep up with all your sweet comments here. But I do agree. I think the dark purple would pop. Make everything pop a little bit more. So I just want to make sure that with all the chat that I've been doing a good job of keeping my thread nice and snug, and it's good. So, all right. So I just went through all 3 bottom holes, and I can see that I need to also scooch up. And then we're going to pop those up and go back through the holes. Now, I usually am a 1 millimeter girl, but today, because I was trying to coordinate, I only had the 5.5, which I think is gorgeous. But with the 1, it's thick. I like it. I love working with it. Some people only like the 5. You know, it's really just a choice that you're going to have to decide what you like. So I'm doing another row of the fire polish. Again, these are the spacer beads that come on each strand of the boomerangs with the boomerangs. So don't toss them. They are fire polish. Okay. And now I'm going to reverse that, but this time I'm going to do something a little different than what I did on my first bracelet. I'm going to go pink, purple, pink. So if you don't pick up the boomerangs with the what-you-callies pointing, then their little bottoms will be, they won't be pointed up. Their bottoms will be flat to the top. Yeah, you could totally use leather too. And Hemptique has leather, and it's also in the Jewel Loom shop. So you can get the Hemptique leather or cord. I'm planning on going up there, hopefully within the next 4 to 6 weeks. I'd get up there sooner, but I got a lot going on, and Marlon Brando is still not 100%. So I don't want to kennel him just yet. Okay, so my purple guy, he's got a little bit of glass in there, so I'm just gonna very carefully try to get it out. In fact, I'm gonna bring it up to where I can see what's happening. There we go. So do you see how I just worked it out? You could certainly do this before you make your project. A lot of people do when they're working with the 2 holes. I didn't, but it doesn't mean it. You just do you. Whoops. Okay, so come on, buddy. Okay, there we go. And then I just do like a little wiggle to make sure that I am through the holes there. Yeah, that looks pretty. On my first one, I just did pink and then the turquoise, but I was like, oh, I'm going to break it up a little bit on this one. And then we're going to go ahead and we will pick up some more crystal. So 1, 2, 3. You know, and really, I don't think there's any wrong way of how you end up laying these out, because there's probably 100 different patterns that you can just dream up, right? I just kind of go with what I think will be okay. All right, so we're going to do turquoise, and then we'll go back and repeat that pattern. The pink, and then the pretty opaque here. You can see how quickly this is coming together too, I hope. So this is a streamlined version of the original boomerang bracelets that I started doing a few years ago. If your needle is not on top of the cord, by the way, and let me get back in the camera, then the bead will fall. So make sure you're on top of the cord. So again, I'm just going to go through these bottom holes and little wiggle. And I'll show you the difference when I get done here of what those thicker bracelets look like. But doing these streamlined ones give you even more. In fact, I'm sorry if I didn't point it out, but look at this. You see all of this? This is what was left, excluding the button, because I've already used the button. This was what was left after I've already made one whole bracelet. So you're definitely gonna have plenty to make more than one, depending on what width you go through. All right, so we're gonna do 3 more. Oh my God, this dog is so there's just like so much drama going on in the back. So much drama. Joan, can you hear the drama? Is that what you're busting up at? It's hysterical. I don't even want to turn around. I don't want to know what he's doing. Oh my God, dude. Jeez, such a weirdo. Whoops, I gotta get back in the camera. Oh my gosh, so funny. All right. So now we're gonna go back to the purple. So we're gonna pick up a purple, purple boomerang, and my little beads are hiding here. This is so, I cannot believe it's so hard to find there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Are these the colors in the monthly kit or the additional? These colors are the additional. Yeah. This is the Amethyst Ocean. And what you got in your kit was the Mosaic Muse. And I can show you the bracelets that I made with those. I'm wearing both of them at one time, like I'm rocking it. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't just wear one of those. I mean, they're so fun. Okay. They're boomerangs. Boomerangs. Yeah. They're definitely hard to find. I bought a lot, if not all of them, in most of the colors that were available from my distributor. So I don't even know outside of the kit. I mean, if that's what you're thinking. Whoops. Yeah, they're so fun to work with, though. I think I need to scooch up a little bit more. I'm so afraid my laptop's going to go flying off of the. Okay. Okay, and then it looks like we got one more batch. So I'm going to finish it off with the pinks. Going through that bottom hole, picking up a little fire polish, wiggle, wiggle. Everybody's on board. Now, this length, this pattern is fitting my 6-inch wrist. So you will want to do the math. And if you have a bigger wrist, you know, add more little groupings accordingly. Each one of these little pockets, I can measure them for you so you know. I can't remember if it's 3/4 of an inch or an entire inch. So okay. So that was my last. I'm gonna, once again, let me just show you for giggles. Look at everything I still have left. So this is after I've made 2 bracelets so far. Okay, so there's still like a lot left. All right, let me scooch that out of the way. And what I'm gonna do, I just want to lock this last row in. So I'm coming under the warps right now and doing my best to, yep, awesome, right? Yep. So I just went through the beads, but I was on the underneath. Well, I thought I was. Hold on. Well, let's do that one more time. It's just important that you're underneath on the first one and the last one. I thought I was. Let's see here. Awesome. That time it worked. Okay. So I'm going to come out in between those 2 beads right there. Okay. And then I just grab the needle with the warp And then I'm going to put the needle back through and pull so that I get like a nice little knot that I can hide. And then I'm just going to take the needle and bring it down. And then I can cut. And I'll go back with my burner and sizzle those leftovers. Okay, and so now I'm ready to, ooh, it's just so pretty. It's just so stinking pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take it off of the loom. So I'm going to come over to this end and just snip, snip. Awesome. And so there's our girl is free. Okay, so we're going to put that to the side. And then I'm going to come over here because I didn't weave this back in. Let me see if I can't sneak it up and under. I might just have to do the burner. I'm just going to use the burner and make a little sizzle sizzle. Okay, and looks like I've got a little bit of a crazy mess here. So I'm going to trim all this top stuff off. All right, so we're going to come in. I'm going to take the 2 warps and I'm going to pinch those together. And I'm just going to do our little knot that we normally do when we're using the Hemptique. And then I bring my scissors in, make sure they're closed. And because I just want to try to get that as close to the bed as I can. And then we're going to grab these 2. And yeah, we're going to come down. Yeah, I think we're like 18. We were 18, I think, subscribers away from hitting 11,000. So if you're not subscribed, that would be awesome if you chose to. We would so appreciate it. Okay, so we got that end done. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite end. And again, I'm just going to bring my scissors in so I can get as close to the beads as I can. Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay. So now I'm going to add the button. So there's one button that comes in the kit. Now I just used colored pencils. I just used this collection right here. You can go to any store, any art store, and just get yourself a nice collection of colored pencils. And so I'm going to put those through. Oh, I forgot to do the bottom. Oh, well, I can go back. Wah, wah. I don't think it's a deal breaker. Then I'm going to take these 2 over here and put them through the holes. Now, there's been times where, like, at this point, I would just make a knot, but I'm enjoying or appreciating, liking the look of feeding it back down the opposite hole. Okay, where are you? Okay, so I'll feed them down. And let's get these guys down through here. It just kind of gives you like a clean look. And then we're just going to find them. That's the hard part, is just finding them. Okay, so hello, hello. So 1, 1, 2. Hello. Where'd you at? ¿Dónde está? Okay, there we go. I know what it is. I think one of the legs is like caught up in the warps. There we go. So then I'm just pushing and pulling. There we go. Yay, all is well in the button world. Okay, so then I'm just going to it's your dog. Yes, he's snoring. So I have a French bulldog, and he is a Velcro dog, and he is a French bulldog, and he is forever by my side. Like, he just can't fathom that I would be in this room and that he would have to stay in the living room, and he will just be a big poo-poo head. So I bring one of his beds into here, and he just passes out. So one day we will all miss that snoring. So I'm just trimming those and making sure that all of the knots are nice and tight. And I'm just going to grab my pliers, because somewhere there's like a little loop. Okay, it must be over on this side. One of the warps is not pulling. Okay. So there we go with that. Ooh, pretty. I like that I added that yellow. I didn't do that the first time around. Whoops, goes like this. Okay. And then we're going to come over here, and we have to make the loop for the button to go through. So because I've made like 50 million of these, I kind of know by heart where that goes. But if you didn't make 50 million of these, you put it on your wrist. Okay. And then I just kind of I leave the knot loose, and I can see that that's going to work out really great. So don't ever pull this knot too tight until you know for sure that it's going to work. Actually, I need this knot to be on this side so it lays right. Yeah, I'm going to go in there and clean that up a little bit. There we go. That's laying better. Okay, so back to the end here. So the same thing, you just want to walk it out, get that knot in there. And then I just keep making sure okay, let's put it on now. Let's make sure, awesome, and see it's totally going to fit. Now at this point, what I did with my other one, so we're going to cut these loops. Okay. What I did with the other one, the other bracelet, is I strung all the gemstones. So I did a bunch of, the Tiger's Eye comes in the kit, the Amethyst comes in the kit. And this Tiger's Eye is to die for. Look at the teal. It's so pretty. The big ones, or maybe for friends. I'm going to challenge you to, I don't know. See what happens. I'm not going to tell you no, and I'm not going to tell you yes. I'm going to say play around. Definitely the French. I don't have to kid around with that. Totally the French. But if you want to see if you could figure out how to use the big 7mm guys, then yeah. So awesomely, right? The five just fits through the whole of the gemstone. So I just randomly, added, and then I just did a little knot. So I'll do one of the legs. So I just alternated the amethyst and the Tiger's Eye. Boy, these beads are playing with me tonight. There we go. But yeah, my guy had Tiger's Eye, this teal black Tiger's Eye. I think it's 10mm or 12mm. I bought one strand just for myself because they're not cheap, but they're gorgeous. Oh my God, they're so gorgeous. Okay, so this warp is like a little long, a short, so I'm just gonna try to get my chubby little fingers in there. So I'm just like making a little knot. It doesn't have to be too much because it's not gonna slide off, right? So you still get like some flow. But I love this. So we got a little bit different. Works out perfect. I love that the button is like so cool and boho-y. That comes in the kit. Isn't that pretty? I like that I mixed it. So on this one I didn't add the purple, but I don't think that it's a deal breaker. It's just different. Yeah, they're really, really pretty. I want to show you the other. There was only a couple Mosaic Muse kits left. And these were made. So see, you can go big. And I was able to make both of these with the one kit. So look at this. Oh my God, that one is, wait, where are we going? So I've been wearing these together, by the way. Like I went out by myself the other day because I had poo-poo face. And I was like, I gotta go. So I took myself out and about to run errands, and then I ended up at the harbor. And I wore this cuff, man, like to both of them. Look at them. Like, they rock, right? And I'm trying to remember. Oh, I wore my amethyst ring. Yeah. I was like owning it. So again, both of these were made from one kit. And now I've made these two streamlines from one kit. And I still have all this left over, and I still have beads from the Mosaic Muse left over. And look at the awesomeness that I've already made. It's crazy. They're good kits, y'all. I'm going to come back up. I'm not very well put together. It's been a day. I was like, I'm not showing my face today. So there's just stuff everywhere. Yeah, I don't care. I'm in camouflage. I'm rocking my jewelry, and that's all that matters right now. That's all that matters. Yeah, they're so pretty, Caroline. They're really pretty. All the subscription boxes, by the way, shipped out. What is today? Thursday? I think they all went day before yesterday. What was that? Tuesday? So that's the first one I made. I will go back and put the gemstones on that one. But this, I'm loving these together. So yeah, but the Mosaic Muse. So like I said, there were 5 of those, I think, left, or 4 before we went on air. They're gorgeous. What is it? Italian kiss. So really good. There's so many tutorials. So last week there were 2 tutorials. This week you're going to have this one, and then I've made this bracelet in other color waves, and so there are a couple different YouTube videos. If you bought one of these kits and you want to get in on the course over in the Bead Loom School, then just email me at Jewel Loom and say, hey, can you add me to the course? Because it's like stepped out, like a lot of different segments. So if you want access to that course, just make sure that you indeed bought one of these, and I'll let you in. I need you to go over there. I'm going to need like your email address and all that stuff. Make it a little easy for me. Sign up for something free so I can find you. But yeah, so 1, 2, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Nothing gets better than these. I mean, it's just crazy. Look at all this. Look at it. How can you not be in love? I want to make some earrings. I'm just not sure. I guess I would put a row of seed beads. Yeah. I'd put a row of seed beads, and then I would start my boomerangs, and then I would end with a row of seed beads so that I can use the slide connectors to make some earrings. So anyway, okay, listen, we have Whatnot today. So our regular Whatnot show, I feel so like, we have our regular Whatnot show every Thursday after our YouTube show. So at 5:15 p.m. And John is live from the Chicago's. So he has set up everything in Chicago before the storm comes. So they're freezing over there, but they've got it all dialed in. They've got a ton of buttons. I'm not even going to tell you right now, except for I'm going to tell you. If I were to tell you that there's the most beautiful, vintage, gorgeous white buttons that you have ever seen in your life, and a couple of them have a dragonfly in gold. Yeah. He's like, what should I do with these? I'm like, what do you mean? Sell them. Well, do you want them? I'm like, are you kidding me? Don't hold out. I'm not going to be back on till next Thursday. So make sure that you tune in. Joan's been posting the links. You have to sign up. Oh, we just lost Joan. Literally just lost Joan. I don't know what happened. Anyway, she does have the links. Oh, she's back. You're back, Mama. So follow those links. If you don't already have an account, you open up an account, you get a $15 credit to use on Whatnot, not in my shop, in Whatnot. Okay. And if you already do have an account, Joan just listed the link to just go straight to the show. And that's at 5:15. And so we've got a couple new things in the shop over there. I know you're like, Jules, which shop is which shop? I don't want to confuse you, so I won't say too much. It would just be great to see you. You could just come say hello. There's no pressure. You don't have to buy anything, but you're going to want one of those white beads. Or white buttons. They're so pretty. So pretty. Okay. I think that's it. I appreciate you so much. And it's lovely. I'm glad I showed my face, even though I'm completely not. I don't know. Am I put together? I don't feel like I'm very put together right now. My hair's a mess. I'm in the camouflage. I did brush my teeth and put my lipstick on, though. So thank you so much for being here. And as usual, if you have any questions, just email me. If you don't know what loom to start with, just email me. If you've never loomed before, I highly recommend the baby loom or the original Jewel Loom, just to like figure out how to warp. That's usually like the biggest hang up, is just learning how to warp. And if you don't want a plastic version of something, then you can jump right into the wood version of the Small Wisdom Warrior. She is delightful and fabulous. Thank you, Carmen, so much. So, yep. All right. Thank you for being here. And we will see you again next Thursday. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be the boomerang earrings, because now that we've talked about it, I kind of want to do it. I did mention to you that I was going to make a ring, but there's already a tutorial on the ring. There's not a tutorial on the earrings. So I think we should do the earrings. So let's do that next week. All right. Have a fabulous weekend. Please, if you are in that Arctic blast, be safe. I told Josh and Julie this morning, they're in Jersey. Get your food and your water and get all dialed in. And just enjoy it, because after the storm is always so beautiful. All the snow, it's so pretty. All right. Have a lovely evening, and maybe we'll see you over at the Whatnot channel. And if not, we'll see you next Thursday.